Hi T, Adam Brody here. Thanks for coming and taking a peek into my life. I feel like you're gonna find it's really unglamorous and just a regular jeans and a t-shirt kind of out. The coolest thing that I think so many people strive for in their life, and we all do, is I really do love coming to work. Mondays are not a bad day for me. It's cool, like I know that guy, and I know that guy, and I played him, it's kind of cool.
What would I tell that younger Adam? He was fine. He handled himself well enough. I'm here now. She's my hero. She's very brave, she's very strong, she's very self-determined.
The iconic 2000s duo have been married for 10 years and are now parents of 2.
I see Leighton's here. She's got bangs. She looks stunning.
Thank you. It's bang night. She has an identical haircut to our daughter, and I have an identical haircut to my son right now.
Really?
Yeah. Like a curly mullet.
Not to get too personal, but you as a dad, how do you go into choosing roles with this new chapter in your life? You're a dad, you're married. Does that play a part in how you're choosing?
Location comes into play more. When I was on my own, you know, I was up for traveling wherever, and it was always great. You know, home didn't have quite the same meaning, so I didn't feel, you know, it wasn't hard to be away from it. And now, you know, I just think it certainly is a much bigger factor. It's where it's going to be, and that's the biggest way.
Adam's first leading TV role since The OC came in 2016 with the crime drama Startup.
For a show that explores the interwebs and the dark nets, you, in your real life, are seemingly absent from social media and kind of from the internet. So what goes into that decision?
I will eventually, because I want to be part of the 21st century, and I want to communicate. I just want to be part of this species, and so I feel like I'm going to have to, and that's fine. But for the moment, I mean, it doesn't feel like I'm quite happy with my life, and I don't mess with it.
Adam is still not on social media, but that hasn't slowed down his career. He had 5 movies come out in 2019 and 2020, including Shazam and The Kid Detective.
Who are you? Abe Applebaum. I solved the case of the missing time capsule when I was 12 years old.
So your character in this thing is like almost like a little bit stuck in time, and I want to know, like, coming off of like a juggernaut show like The OC, did you ever fear that for yourself?
I always, rightly or wrongly, had some belief in my abilities that I knew that I could probably, you know, vary it up, and I wouldn't have to. While that character will always be a big part of maybe the thing I'm always most known for, probably, I knew that I had a lot more to give and would get those opportunities. I can fly!
How do you go about unleashing your inner child on set? What's the key?
The costume is a lot of it. You know, it's pretty, it would be harder to be serious in it.
Adam kept things light as an over-the-top Hollywood producer in American Fiction. The role scored him his first ever SAG Award nomination, and the film won an Oscar.
Yes! That is perfect. Time to pick out your tux, my brother. We're going to the big show.
It's a very, very funny, very clever script with a lot of surprising heart and pathos and sadness, and I just really went for it.
You're a real-life rabbi?
It's hot, right?
I mean, sort of.
Rabbis have not been sexually objectified enough, and I'm trying to do my part.
And just like that, Adam Brody is a Hollywood heartthrob once again. He plays a hot rabbi in Nobody Wants This opposite Kristen Bell as an outspoken podcaster. And their unlikely love story has all of us legit happy to see an example of a healthy relationship played out on screen.
I thought, what an interesting dilemma to have these two people that have such intense chemistry, but the world around them just does not want them to be together. It had this like Romeo and Juliet kind of feel.
I mean, is there a world where this works?
Yeah. I'm such a huge fan of Adam's work. I think creatively he's so charged and so charismatic. When I read this, I knew it had to be, on page 2, I was like, this has to be Brody, because the character of Noah has to be aggressively charismatic, where you just can't deny it. It just has to be dripping off of him.
The new rom-com series was an instant hit, debuting at number 2 on Netflix with over 10 million views.
Maybe not for you, but for me, I do many things that nobody really sees, you know? And so to have people excited it's very nice.
And I think to have people respond in such a way to a romantic comedy is really nice, and it's like a lovely feeling, like, oh, people want something about love and romance. Yeah. It feels good.
It's good vibes.
I'm on your side. I can handle you.
This show ends on a bit of a cliffhanger, so is there hope for a second season?
The complexity of this show is because it's exploring what a real relationship in modern day dating times looks like, right? And there's nothing polished about it. It's getting into the nitty gritty. So as long as humans remain complex and are deciding whether or not to cohabitate with one another, there will always be room for another season.
E.T.'s been with Adam for over 2 decades. The 44-year-old first shot to stardom thanks to his role as the adorable Seth Cohen on The O.C. The show's first season, which premiered in 2003, brought in almost 9.7 million viewers. Adam and his co-stars Rachel Bilson, Misha Barton, and Ben McKenzie were instant fan favorites.
I think it's even a little weird for all of us to just all of a sudden be on something that just takes off, you know, like a rocket and really sort of changes your life within a couple months. I mean, I think everyone is blown away by it, and it's amazing.
I just can't even believe the power of television and how many people it reaches, and it's really surprising to me to think how sort of fast the show sort of seeped into pop culture.
I don't know what to say, except that you totally had my back out there.
I think it's like, on one hand, you have the glamorous lifestyle that everyone wants to know about. But at the same time, I think there's characters and storylines that you can relate to and resonate. It's kind of the best of both worlds, I think.
You were extorting the county, exposing the company to huge debt.
No, is that how you're gonna do it? No, that's fine.
Why is that not okay?
No, it's good. It's getting there. Come on, America's watching. Get in the game.
Adam and Rachel, aka Summer Roberts, were love interests on and off the screen. E.T. actually spent a day in the life with a 23-year-old Adam, and even back then, he was quite the jokester.
Hey, Adam.
Hey.
I got you your chai latte.
Oh, awesome. Thanks a lot. I ordered a grande.
Adam, can I talk to you? Can we check your marks over here, please?
Yeah, dude, check this, Tubby. I think in 10 years, people are gonna be like I do to 902, you know, like we do to 90210, or 15 years, people are gonna be like, remember OC?
The show aired 4 seasons with 92 episodes, and fans are constantly asking for a reboot.
What would it take?
So much money, so much, I don't know. Yeah.
Just before The O.C., Adam also stole our hearts as arguably the best boyfriend on Gilmore Girls, Lane's love interest, Dave Rogalski.
I hate soda because the carbonation freaks me out. I'm happy to give up meat if you feel strongly about it. I don't mind wearing a tie. I enjoyed playing those hymns on my guitar, and I really, really want to take your daughter to the prom.
Of course, we can't forget Adam also shared the big screen with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie in Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
It's just so great to stay with you guys. It'll get better than that. Hey. Be here. I don't know. I've been to a few like huge chairs. It's so amazing. Fantastic.
A few years later, he took a turn to horror, co-starring with Megan Fox and Amanda Seyfried in Jennifer's Body.
If people see it as a departure, then that's stuff I've previously done, that's great. And obviously it is, yet at the same time I kind of didn't look at it as too much of a stretch in that he just has no morals. Mannerisms are kind of the same, but he's just evil. But same kind of guy. Oh, thank God you guys are alright. I've been looking everywhere for you two.
Initially it came to me and I was like, I can't really sing, so I'm not your guy. You're gonna want somebody who can sing for this. It'd be silly to not get a singer. And then it came back around and I was like, all right, I'll do it. I guess I'll just lip sync. And the most fun part was lip syncing.
What came next? Well, Adam joined the star-studded Scream franchise for the 4th movie.
If Dewey is the sheriff, then you now become
deputy.
Oh, wow. How will you become Dewey's deputy? Is that weird?
Well, it's not easy. It takes three of us. It takes Anthony Anderson, and it takes Marley Shelton and myself, just to cover all the bases that he would cover. In not being able to solve the murders.
He must have circled back around somehow. He's like a ghost. The thing about these movies that are fun is they're real self-referential, so we're talking about horror movies and what it's like to be in one, and what are your odds if you play a cop, and it's very much talking about ourselves as we're in it. So yeah, it sucks to be a cop in a movie, especially Bruce Willis.
Not all cops die in movies.
Being a fan of the original, it was it's just nice to be there with like a lot of the original members. Everyone was just so nice and welcoming, and I think happy to see each other because they hadn't done it in such a long time.
I am here with some of Hollywood's most romantic men, allegedly.
Oh, that's us.
In 2010, Adam entered his rom-com era. E.T. crashed the set of The Romantics, where he formed a bromance with Josh Duhamel, Lord of the Rings' Elijah Wood, and Jeremy Strong.
The camaraderie is real, and that's what's been the best part.
I don't think enough is said about what a truly kind and generous man Tom really is.
I think I'm pretty romantic, but I'm so short on answers for. I'd be hard pressed to say anything romantic I've done, but I swear I am. One of the most, if not the most, fun part about being alive is hope for love.
The next year, Adam met his future wife, Gossip Girl's Leighton Meester, while filming another rom-com, The Oranges.
As the cast started filling out, it was like, what could I want, truly? I was really excited to work with everyone.
Now you understand why I never came back.
Yeah, no, I hear you, but I'm glad you did. Most of the movie takes place in these two houses, and then we all our holding was in this one other house, sort of next door. So we all had different rooms in this house, and Leighton would be playing guitar, and I could hear Hugh playing piano above. Yeah, we were all in the same house, so it actually did not feel like a big Hollywood production.
Shut up. What do you look for in a woman, Adam?
What I look for in a woman? I love a sense of humor, and I love confidence, and I love some smarts.
10 years after Adam told us that, he proposed to Leighton. The pair said "I do" in February of 2014. Cue the Seth Cohen and Blair Waldorf jokes.
Do you guys embrace the fact that Seth and Blair ended up together? Do you guys ever laugh about that?
Occasionally.
Yeah, maybe occasionally.
Once a year, we have a Seth and Blair day.
Yeah. It doesn't excite us, I think, because we're just human beings, and I don't know. But, I mean, it's exciting to us, but it's
for a
exciting
laugh.
to you.
It's good for a laugh.
It's cool.